I guess the first thing you can do is just jump to sculpt mode or jump to our sculpting layout inside of Blender. So cube selected, I can go to sculpting view. And if I paint, you know, I see much change happening because we don't have enough subdivisions. But like in the video, if I enable dynamic topology, DynTopo. So in the properties, brush settings here. It's also on here. Dynamic topology. Yeah, it alters the mesh while we're sculpting. You can enable it in two places, either in the properties or on top here. Warning, attribute data detected. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. And now as I paint, it's going to subdivide. You can see if I jump to edit mode, what's actually happened is dividing these faces up, where initially there was just one, divided where I painted. With no painting, you can see there's one solid face each. Back in scope mode. Enable dynamic topology. I also have my symmetry controls right here. And I can just enable X symmetry. Two things are turned on.
And where's the way?
So like it mirrors the effect. Usually if you're creating a character or a face or something like that, you want a bit of symmetry.
He visto mi habilidades que correo
So you can set whether we're adding or removing clay, digital clay, from this dial up here. It also works by holding control as you brush. So if you're set to positive, you hold control, you'll be minusing. It means you can dig in and out from these shapes. If I set to minus, dig inside, make gaps, or I can soften the things I've grown. Radius obviously refers to the radius of the brush that we're working with. Shortcut is F for that, just to roll that in your window. And strength, how much effect is having the push strength or the pull strength. Shift F to grow or shrink that strength on screen dynamically.
How do we put the color in the images?
Color in the images?
Yeah, and the shape is material, not texture.
Ah,
Yeah, no. Material.
yeah. And there is a paint mode in here as well. You can paint colors there.
Color.
Oh. Example 5. No yellow. White. Yeah, so as I was saying, the strength and radius command, we use the F key to grow or shrink our radius. And strength value at 50%. Goes much anyway. So at 100%, it's going to give you a much deeper hole. Then something small like 0.25.
And now which one? Thank you.
It's going to be a much more subtle depression. And as I said, shift F, you can affect that strength on the fly. Digging in, digging in.
How many days? Jimmy.
Okay, so we have a bunch of different brushes to work with. They've changed the slightly. And what's confusing is all of these appear to be down here. You just scroll to get them. If you kind of have it laid things out in this new update, all of your brushes are on the bottom. Can't see their names. And there are colors to indicate which ones are related to each other. So this kind of orangey one for all the flattened, plateau, and smooth. Generally, one of the most useful in the tool set is smooth. So we end up in a mess, like I have. You can smooth things over and make them look a little sharper. So anywhere you have horrible mess of birds, you just use your smooth brush, make things look nice again. So they know this is one of the most important, because even if you're in draw mode, if you hold shift, it automatically puts to smooth mode, because you know, one of the most useful. Shift is smooth.
Tres tipos de
And those are letting you round things out.
se ve y me apunto a hacer más fácil ese quizá
So our first line, we're going to be all of our drawing ones up until we get to fill here. So draw is the main one. Really, you can get away with just using draw and draw sharp. But things like inflate can be very useful. Blob can be very useful. Experiment with them all is all I can say. Let's try and blob a nose on here. So far.
Sabe el almacenamiento con un Windows. El sistema operativo está almacenado en un M2, en un CD o en un USB. Es otro veces más en un chip operativo. Realmente no va a ser un sistema operativo. Y quieres abrir fotos.
Would you want it to go inside?
No.
You mean insert, like to push in?
Yeah, because I'm just clicking Chrome.
Subtract?
Yes.
Ah, sí. Eso no cambia nada. Es que no he utilizado más bueno, lo que te cobren pero antes pues el cajón en España pero te toman no. No, te cobran si estás utilizando por comprar algo y tú te metes a ver no tiene sentido. Ahora lo cobran entonces en España no tiene sentido eso no tiene ningún sentido. Que tú en tu cuenta pones de donde la recomendación una visa XLV sí, XLV a veces más bien tú bueno es más lento pero más económico muchísimo eso con ese
So brushes like crease would be where you want to add folds and things, or bring pieces closer together. For example, if I want to put a crease in his nose here, leaned over where I want that crease. A crease around the edge. Be a crease in his nose and his mouth.
How do you reflect like the moon?
The symmetry, the mirror. Yeah, it's just this little butterfly symbol up here. So right now I'm just doing it on the x-axis. X-axis. This line here. But I can switch that to any of the other axes, the y-axis, and the front and back. Adding onto the back as well. Or the z-axis is the vertical. Adds on to the bottom as well. The next tools are all these little yellow icons next to them. They're all linked together because they just move and restructure things. They don't subdivide usually. They reposition and pose. Grab and grab 2D. I say this is one of the most useful ones. Just grab. G is the shortcut. And then they're all different versions of grab. Snake hook though is different in that regard in that it grows tentacles basically. It can either add new limbs, it can pull limbs out of it. So the two I want to look at are snake hook and grab. So grab, very useful when you just want to restructure this whole thing. You can grab whole parts of it and just push them around, maybe change the expression. You can go ahead and open them out. Whoa, hey man, Somerset. Or you can just grab little parts and reposition. And most of the other yellow tools are a version of grab that were slightly different. So if I look at elastic, it lets me grab, but it grabs as if it is made of rubber, and it squishes things, almost like soft selection. I could straighten out his nose if I wanted, for example. I look so sad. So yeah, most of the yellows are versions of grab, except for snake hook. It's slightly different. And yeah, versions of grab, they pinch things together like you're using clay. Snake hook lets us grow things out of an area. Good if you want to make trees, I suppose. You want to just draw some trees. You can very quickly create some branches of a tree. like a big tree head. So yeah, it's an odd one. Snake hook is an odd one. Long snake-like forms, but you could use them to create new limbs if you want to add arms and legs to something. If I wanted to make a neck for this character, I use snake hook just to pull the area down. I've got a neck. I can start building the body on top of that. There, a wonderful character, Jabba the Hutt. But yeah, the rest of it is like you experiment yourself. Well, there is paint mode where you can just paint colors on. Oh my God. Not just focus on the modeling for the moment. And if you're interested in working to reference, I have out of a Blender file, head sculpt setup. Last week we were looking at reference images being set up. So you could challenge yourself to sculpt the head with the front and side images set up. So it's set up for sculpt mode. Just with reference images in the side and front. If you prefer to sculpt the reference, that is there as an option. Otherwise, just continue to experiment with the tools. Just remember to get started with dynamic topology, which I have on. And yes, the final thing, as it said in the video, they prefer to work in clay visualization. If you prefer to work in that mode, it's up here in Max Cap. I'll just click on this area here. You'll see the different options available. So you can go in clay mode just to see the fastest better. Or in normal color. This checks your normal color setup. Also lets you know which way each polygon is facing as you paint it. More severe green off that direction. Red off the other one. And yeah, those colors are bound to the blue, green, and red here. So x-axis.
Que no se hace para los jugadores. Me parece una barbaridad de soy yo. Creo que no veo. No, no tiene mucho que ver. Digo, no es lo mismo, pero no me parece nada que no me da es el objetivo más del texto, no la del estado. Y de que no, como si hubiera trabajado. Como trabajar. Pero que tengo España. Para algo. Sí. No me da, ¿no? Ya, mira. A ver si tenemos la copia del gobierno en este momento. Bueno, vamos a ver toda la situación y luego ya.
Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. These flat feet. Flatten, plateau.
chiama Cari. Sì, ma che non vedo. Sempre nel capire, no? Non ce l'ho. Qual è la... No, sono la zona guarda, non si fa che non è mai. Come si muove, se era positiva o una meno. Quanto a
A baby.
It's beautiful. Look at that.
Nice.
Better expression. So yeah, grab can do a lot of things in different ways. Pose is an interesting one to look at. Pose tries to add a fictional bone in there to make it pose. So things like limbs can nearly make them work. I've got an arm here, I can use pose just to pose up, pose down.
Like,
I can try with the legs as well. Pose forward.
how can I push, like, I create a head, how can I do a body, the rest push something down?
Just by drawing it. So I use snake hook for these arms. If I want to give them a tail.
For the body to create the rest of the body from
From the head.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, just grow. Yeah, blob, is a good one.
Uh,
Turn the strength up all the way to 100.
uh-huh.
And then just grow.
I see, I see, I see, I see. I see.
A lot of extra.
Extra buttons.
Yeah, it's a big butt. I mean, maybe he needs it. You know what? It actually looked better with the butt. Yeah, not bad. More round. Oh. Shape is a little bit more balanced. That big bump. Perfect.
Is there a way to extend the leg, for example?
I mean, I can pull it.
Yeah.
Use grab.
Grab, okay.
And just make it a little bit longer, and then go in and maybe mess with it that other way. Or I can grow, literally just draw more. Draw more. But yeah, I think the best way would be to grab.
Like to keep the shape, the flat that you
Oh, there's always going to be a fall off. If it's too big, we grab everything. Now, I suppose the best way for that would be just to go to edit mode and extend. And then I go back to sculpting mode. I just have to re-enable dynamic topology. And yeah, I've got all this line here. I can just add some on. Just get this subdivide a little bit. And then try to make that work. Be smooth. Bring it down. Add some decoration here. And yeah, now we've got long legs. So yeah, combination, edit mode, and just mesh editing, and then back to sculpt mode. I don't have to do everything in sculpt mode.
Eu queria comprar muito. Vamos lá. Bruno, tem camiseta lá?
And then the last thing to show you here is if we turn off dynamic topology. Then we can switch to paint mode, and this just lets us paint colors onto the model. Okay, all black. That's what my color is. These are more preview colors, but I think you can get more. And I believe this works by vertex colors. So very good. Yeah, second to it down there. That's a quick intro to